Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and answer your questions live. If you have any questions you want to ask, just ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer them before the end of the show. Hopefully we have no audio issues as we did last week, but if we do, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I will try to address it. I think I got out all the kinks, got a brand new sound card, so we should be fine. Alright, let's get started with the news, and the news is big. So, first and foremost, the Galaxy Note, closed the wrong tab, and there went all my news. Okay, so first off, the Galaxy Note 20 images leaked. We now see them exactly how it will be. And the first image for sure is the legit one because that is directly from Samsung's Russian website. So there it is. For all its glory, that is exactly how the Galaxy Note 20 will look compared to the Galaxy S20. So very similar in terms of their styles. This one does look like it has closer to a hump as the Ultra did. And we do expect it to be for the Note Ultra to be similar to the S20 Ultra in terms of the camera specs. So we'll have to wait and see. But this is it. I know a lot of people were very interested in the bronze. Again, I think it looks cool, but I don't know. It just, I guess I'm not really bronze style. Let me know what you guys think of the style. Of course, you already know. First of all, the purple is lovely. My wife would probably love that purple if she saw it. But the one that is so beautiful is the green. Samsung, I already know your answer. But if you have this green, I won't complain about the price. If you give me this green in the US, I will buy it. Not complain about the price, never say anything bad about the price ever again. Just wash our hands of this and we'll be good. We'll be good. Just give me this green note. Just this one right here. Just give me that green note. We'll be good. Be good. But yeah, it is such a beautiful looking phone. I love it. The shades of green too are so good. However, of course, this is a render. Basically, they took the bronze and kind of put the other two rumored colors on it. So we have no idea if they would do a green, if it would be like this. I love the camera hump green. I will say that like jade green is just so good. But yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite color is. Obviously, you know mine is going to be the green one. It's just, I've wanted a green phone forever. So green, purple, bronze. Let me know if you were to get one, which one would you get? Okay, now that being said, let's get to a bit about the news for it. So it will come with the Snapdragon 865 Plus. So this year the Note will not skip that version. It will have a faster processor than the S series. What else? That's what we're still trying to find out. Oh, it's very interesting. The Note 21 may go to a 3 nanometer chipset, which is, it's really insane how small these chips are getting. 3 nanometers is tiny, tiny. Like, it's insane that they're getting that small. So it's going to be really interesting to see just how much they can pack in there. How much faster will it really be? I mean, 10 nanometer was the thing that everyone was trying to get to 4 years ago. And then we went to 7, 5, and 3 now is just insane to me. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes, but that's just really kind of interesting to see. All right, then we have, of course, the price. And the price is leaked from a Greece, the country of Greece, a retailer. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's a bit high. First and foremost, I'm going to get to the one that I think most people want to know about, and that is the Ultra. The Ultra is supposed to be $100 more than the S20 Ultra, keeping it at $1499. That is big. Sorry, fireworks still going off. Let me know if you guys can hear them. But that is just really something. So if they are priced that high, I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to buy it. Samsung did have bad sales on the S20 Ultra, and it was because of the pricing. It really, every S20 I feel was a bit too high on price. I think they should drop the price. And I think if Apple comes in and each one of their iPhones, which I truly believe they will be, I believe their most expensive iPhone will be $12.99. If it's $14.99 or $13.99, maybe it will be. But I do hope that for that price point, we at least get 256 gigs of storage. Hopefully we'll get that. I mean, for that price point. But let me know what you guys think. $14.99 is what the Ultra, it looks to be priced at. And again, in this same country, it was also priced, the Galaxy S20 Ultra was priced at $13.99. So again, it would be $100 more than what we got it for here. So now what about the regular Note 20? The regular Note 20 was $1,249. That is a $250 price increase to what the Note 10 was. Not the Note 10 Plus, but what the Note 10 was at that same price. So again, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. It might be $1,199. Sometimes with the currency changes, there is a slight price drop. But yeah, I mean, we're looking for, like, I'm trading in my S20 Plus, right? How much am I going to get for my trade-in? Like 800, 700? Because it's just, these prices are really, really very expensive. And, you know, it's a 5G phone. Do I get more money for the trade-in because it's a 5G phone? That is a really big thing that I just, people have to start asking themselves. And I feel like we're getting to the point, if the premium 5G phones cost this much, it really is just not the best situation. It really isn't. It's not the best situation, especially, yes, more than anything this year. You know, you can't try to up the price in this year, and you have to adapt. You really do. You have to adapt your business plan, your business model. You can raise prices next year maybe, but you can't raise the prices this year. It's not going to work out. It's just not. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But that's my guess, is I don't think they're going to sell as well. I don't think the demand for 5G phones is still as high as everyone thinks it is. And we'll talk about 5G later, because there is a really exciting aspect of 5G, at least in the metropolitan areas like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and others. That's really exciting with 5G. But when it comes to this pricing, I just think it's too much in this year. I think this year is not the appropriate time to do it. I would have hoped Samsung would have changed their pricing after their S20s didn't sell as well, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. Am I just overreacting? Does everyone here who wanted to get a Note expect to get it at this price point of $1,200 and $1,500? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you okay with paying that kind of price for a Note? Maybe with a trade-in, maybe with the $600, $700 trade-in for your Note 10. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I do want to bring up this. It wasn't an article that I pulled, but I do want to bring up the topic of the iPhone not having the charger. Because we talked a little bit about this last week, but we had a lot of issues last week. So here's the thing. With that being said, the iPhone not having the charger, I think, is, yes, a travesty. I think that it obviously should have it. But the reason I think Apple is doing it, more than anything else, I think, is to cut cost and justify it. So I think that what is being planned currently, or at least rumored to be, is the iPhone really isn't actually raising in price even for the 5G phones. The iPhone supposedly is going to have the same pricing as they did last year compared to the 5G phones, compared to the 4G phones. So the thing about that is this is a $250 increase, or at least $200 increase from Samsung between last year's model and this year's model, with, of course, 5G being the main difference of the iteration. And if you were to ask me if I had to pay $50 for a better charger and $50 for better headphones, that's $100 more. And I don't know. I can see Apple justifying it. Basically like, oh, well, they have to buy their own headphones now, or they have to buy their own charger, but we're not raising the price like everyone else did. And again, I think it's a financial thing. This isn't to benefit consumers. It's to benefit themselves. So I want to make that clear. It is not to benefit consumers. It is only to benefit themselves, because the recycling part is complete BS. And if they pull that, I will definitely do a rant about it. If Apple really wanted to be more, eco-friendly, they would make their charger a USB Type-C. If it wasn't really about the money, they would make it a USB Type-C, because that means everyone across the board, for their laptops, their smartphones, headphones, everything, could use Type-C charging. Apple doesn't want to do that because they want to get money. The only reason they're kind of leaning back on everything now is to save money for themselves. How they spin it in a PR way, though, is going to be something different. But yeah, so I just wanted to, lay that all out there, basically. That is the main thing. Why I think Apple is doing it. Again, we talked about it last week, but I wanted to go over more because there was a lot of audio issues last week. That's why I do believe Apple's doing it, is because they are cutting costs so they can justify, okay, we're not going to raise prices this year for a 5G phone, but we're not going to spend money producing all these headphones and chargers. They're going to have to get it themselves. Plus, they'll look kind of a new, thin, sleek box and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's all marketing. It's all marketing, but it's also cost covering for them. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over that to kind of really go into that. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think. Are you willing to pay for a Note 20 in 2020? The way this year's gone, I don't know what everyone's financial situation is. Is everyone able and willing to pay $1,199 for a Note 20, or $1,499 for a Note 20 Ultra? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because that, I think it's a bit rich. I, of course, will do it because of the channel. Like, I don't see myself as having a choice, but it definitely will give me pause to buy this and the Fold. I'm only keeping one for sure, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Dish has officially bought T-Mobile, so that has now gone through. But not only that, for 4th of July, they are having a sale, so they're starting off selling. They're even throwing in a discount for the current S20. It is $899 instead of the $99 price point. Even if you come in, it'll go down more money for a trade-in offer. 5G isn't available on Boost yet, but again, they're just trying to get deals going to get people in and get people to trust them as the new provider. They have phones all the way down from the A20, which is $120. So they're really trying. I mean, they have phones as cheap as $40 and $64, although don't get those. But they definitely have phones out there that are inexpensive phones, and yeah, they do okay overall. But really, $60 a month for unlimited plus, and again, that is supposed to go off of Sprint's towers as well as T-Mobile's towers for the next 5 years, or 3 to 5 years. Forget how much it was, but yeah. we'll see how it goes. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think this is a good partnership? And will Amazon please come in and buy Dish now? All right, so here's the big news about 5G in these metropolitan areas. New York has actually been completed. So anyone with T-Mobile in New York, if you do get some updates, check out your speed test if you do get some over-the-air updates soon. The reason why is because if the phone has it, mid-band and low-band, T-Mobile is starting to take down the Sprint version of the mid-band and add it to their own mid-band. So basically, it's a retooling the towers, basically, which shouldn't take too long. But the idea is that they've already completed in New York, and now they're going to do Los Angeles, Chicago, and a couple of other cities. Of course, I'm just thinking about Los Angeles because I want the mid-band so bad. But yeah, so the whole point of this is the mid-band. Right now, 5G is all on the 600 megahertz spectrum and 700 megahertz spectrum from T-Mobile, but they're going to get the 2.4 mid-band, and that is going to be the real big thing. Now, the whole point of this is that basically you're going to have the ability to actually get much better internet in those areas. And after the other ones, you're also going to see in other metropolitan cities such as Atlanta, Dallas, Kansas City, Phoenix, and Washington, D.C. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really hoping we can kind of see the results of this more, because this is one thing that I have been wanting for a while now. I have been wanting for there to be the mid-band 5G in my area. And again, New York has already occurred. The next ones are going to be Philadelphia, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles. So yeah, we're gonna see it going live as time goes by. But you should start to see your 5G more often. But not only that, in certain areas where Sprint had 5G, you will actually see a faster internet speed. I know I'm going to be testing this out for sure, and I will let you guys know my results by next week to see if I see any difference. But yeah, we'll see. I got an OS update, I want to say about a week and a half ago, so I don't know if that was it. But again, we'll have to wait and see. I know the S20 Plus is capable of the mid-band, and so is my OnePlus 7 McLaren from last year, the Pro. That one I might have to check out because I know that one's supposed to have mid-band too. So yeah, very curious to see how well it will do. And again, the low band is going to be available in more places, but it's not much of a boost. The mid band is a pretty substantial boost. You're going to get over 100 megabits per second download speed on average. So that one is really worth it, for sure. YouTube TV. Oh man. I am glad I did not pick them, I guess is what I have to say. So when I was cutting the cord, originally I went with DirecTV Now, which ended up turning to AT&T Now. And as soon as AT&T took over that section, they drove price increases way higher. I was paying $40 a month, then I ended up paying $55 a month, and when I left, it was when they put it all the way up to $65 a month. For the same plan, mind you, 40 to 65 in a short period of time within a year. It was insane. I was just like, yeah, no, this sucks. So went away from it. Went to thinking about YouTube TV and Sling TV, and I ended up deciding on Sling TV. YouTube TV just got Viacom, which is all of the CBS-owned premier networks. So Cartoon Network, Comedy Central, I believe MTV, BET, Nickelodeon, Paramount. So all those channels, right? They got all those channels, Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., all those. But when getting them, they decided to charge everyone else more, and are charging now $65 a month. And that is just horrible. It's really something that YouTube didn't need to do. And especially because YouTube has been, in my opinion, the worst one when it comes to choice. What I mean by that is for AT&T TV now, for Sling TV, for all these other ones, you have a choice on which ones you go with. Meaning you can actually have, one provider go for, I want these channels. Like you can pick and choose which kind of packages you want. With YouTube TV, they really only have one package and then you can add on premium channels. And that's not the way to do business. It really isn't. You should, have a $40 package. You should have a $50 package. You should have the $65 package with all the channels. But the way they did contracts with everything, basically they're like, you have to take all of our channels. You can't pick and choose our channels, which again made them be this way. So yeah, it's a really sad day. And the only thing that I'd say that's positive about this is Sling TV straight up sent emails and Twitter announcements saying that we promise we will not raise our prices for the next year. And again, this is, for me, this is again more about like, really companies are doing this year? Like, it's like, do you need to be that greedy this year? By how many people, Unfortunately, I really do know more and more people that are on unemployment now. Even in my day-to-day job, I feel like I'm lucky to have my job because layoffs, I feel I've talked to several friends throughout the weeks and layoffs are prevalent more and more right now. And it's just like, why are you guys raising prices? Like, why? You're YouTube. You could bite the bullet for a year, for 6 months till the end of the year. But for just to raise this prices just as soon as you make the deal and ink the deal, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm so happy Sling TV said that they will not raise their prices for another year. Now, again, in a year, what if Sling TV raised their prices to $70? Definitely possible. But, right now I'm paying $50 and I have everything I could want, DVR, three devices at the same time. Like, I'm happy with Sling TV. Absolutely. I would recommend it. It is currently, in my opinion, the best choice, period. So yeah, I'm happy with it, and definitely something that, again, just I really am disappointed in YouTube TV for this. And again, because they don't have multiple plans. If they had multiple plans, if they had a $30 plan, they started off at $35 a month. That's what YouTube TV started off at. It didn't have many channels, but it was $35 a month. So it was really something that, again, I think we need more people in this space now. Unfortunately, PlayStation went away, and I think another one went away earlier this year. Hopefully we'll get more people in this space because the prices just really went up on two of the major players in the past 6 months, and that is AT&T and YouTube. Just really started messing up with their people in terms of that. Sling TV has live sports. They do have sports packages. I did not get any sports packages. I know like my family has Sling TV and they got sport packages on theirs. So yeah, it's something that definitely, for sure. All right, and then let's end with Samsung having a 7,000 milliamp phone. 7,000 milliamp. That's almost double what most phones have right now, and 3,500. So yeah, 7,000 milliamps is apparently what the new Galaxy M41 series is going to have. So yeah, it's going to have basically 6,800 milliamps, so almost 7,000. But it's really interesting because if you look at tablets right now, you typically get around 7,000. So the fact that you're getting that big of one in there is going to be pretty interesting. I find this really interesting to see how it will do, because it's either going to be very thick or the very interesting part about this is we could be seeing the first smartphone with graphene batteries. Now, for those of you who don't know, graphene batteries is a technology that's going to it's the next level after lithium. And lithium batteries basically aren't as good as graphene batteries in the ability to have the same amount of milliamps in a smaller, more dense space. So what's going to happen is graphene will allow us to double the milliamps that we currently have in smartphones for the same size. So effectively, like for the S20 Ultra, you could have an S22, say in 2 years, maybe 1 year, maybe the S21 will be the first one. I still think we're further off, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're going to test it out with this M series phone. But it's going to be interesting because if they can actually test out how graphene works, and if there's no issues, if there's no, problems, you can have an S21 with double the milliamps, but it's the same size phone as the last year S20. So that is worth it for sure. It's also much faster in terms of charging. It is a lot better overall, and things you can do with graphene is way more advanced. Will we get it? We'll have to wait and see. But that's what definitely a lot of people are interested in, for sure. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below for that one. Would you take a 7,000 milliamp battery if it's just going to mean a really thick phone? What is too thick of a phone? I remind you of the Energizer phone. That was like a ridiculously thick phone. I don't know if you remember seeing that, but look it up if you never saw it. It was like a 10,000 milliamp battery, and it was like this thick. Like, it was really a thick phone. So I don't think we're going that far off, but definitely, I could see it definitely being pretty thicker than average, and I'm wondering what they'll do for that. Maybe make it rugged so that it doesn't need a case. Let me know what you guys think, and would you get one if it just meant that big of a phone? Alright guys, if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Alright, we'll get to your questions. Before we get started on the questions section, I just do want to let you guys know, I've mentioned a little bit of health-wise in the past few weeks, and luckily, I will say I had several doctor's appointments this week, and that did take up some time. But starting to eat healthier, starting to trying to find some time to exercise. Time is always the one thing I feel like I don't have enough of ever. As you know, dad, having a full-time job and trying to do YouTube. I'm always running out of time, but I need to do more exercise. Weight-wise, I feel like I will go down. Definitely changed my eating habits already. And I did test negative for the pandemic. I think I can still say pandemic. But yes, I did test negative for that, so that's good. So yeah, so all those things are going on. But hopefully I want to get back to more videos. A lot of clean bill of health, at least for the most part. Just certain things I need to change so that I can have energy, because that's what I really am lacking, is energy. So we'll try to change my eating habits and get moving more so I have more energy. And yeah, that's a little bit about behind the scenes. All right. Cool. So let's get started. I want a green too, but not jade green, more like a metallic Kelly green. Got it. We'll wait for a jade green. I'll take the purple, especially if they give that fantastic trade-in like my Note 10 Plus. Definitely, I would want that great trade-in for right now. Samsung is shooting themselves in the foot. It is quite possible. Needs 700 for my Note 10 Plus trade-in. Otherwise, Note 10 is underwhelming. And I think you mean Note 20. Otherwise, Note 20 is underwhelming. Let's see. 1,500. They're giving us less, but it's less price-wise. I'm looking for it. Yeah, we'll see how much, what features we get for sure. Hopefully they change the price. That's quite expensive, I agree. He must be talking about the anonymous. I'm not sure what that meant. Luckily I have the jump plan, so I only pay half price for me. Yes, but as these prices keep going up, that half price is more and more for sure. Not getting rid of my Note 10 Plus until next year, unless I get a full payoff. I understand. I'm looking to upgrade my 8 Plus. I'm looking at the Note 10 Plus for T-Mobile. Should I get the 5G T-Mobile from T-Mobile or the regular 10 Plus elsewhere? Probably have for 2 years until I get another one. No, the Note 10 Plus from T-Mobile only had millimeter wave, which is basically useless. If I'm not mistaken, I swear it only had millimeter. No. The S10 5G only had millimeter wave. The Note 10 had low band only, so it doesn't have mid band. So it will only have low band in T-Mobile. What that means is that it's not going to be. It's not going to be. You're not going to have the full benefit of a faster speed. You'll have better coverage if you have T-Mobile. So you'll have better speeds in more places you go, but you're not going to have exactly faster speeds. What I attribute it to is I got a lot. I didn't get phone calls in a lot clearer areas. Like when I go on lunch during my work week, I'll go in a parking garage structure and be able to video chat with my wife just fine because of the 5G signal that I get from low band. Now, I wouldn't probably be able to do that on a regular signal, and I can tell you that it's not as good on my my TCL phone that's a 4G phone. The internet is much slower in comparison to the S20 plus 5G that I have. So those are the pros and cons of it. So yeah, depending on the price difference, I would say if it's $100 difference to get the 5G versus the regular 4G, then I would definitely get the 5G version. You'll see Samsung follow Apple having no charger in the box. I hope not. I mean, at least Samsung took, I want to say, 3 years before they removed the headphone jack. So hopefully they'll take a while if they do follow it and won't do it right away. But we'll have to wait and see. The Chinese manufacturers will follow Apple instantly. But yet, again, most Chinese manufacturers, like, I swear, like, they don't always... Yes, they put a charger in there, but it's like... I guess to be fair, most of the ones I have gotten have been, like, European plugs. So I don't use them anyway. When does Apple benefit the customers? That's a very philosophical stance, and I cannot answer when they do that. That business choice, no charger, is interesting. Yeah, it really is a business choice for them. I have so many Apple chargers, I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, and again, their 5-watt charger is crummy. Their 5-watt charger is ridiculous. They should give you the 18-watt charger with a Type-C to Lightning in the box. That's what they should give you. What they're going to do is say, you get nothing. You get nothing, sir. Let me know if you know what line that movie is from. If you know what what movie that line is from. They're going to still make it and sell the charger just separately. Exactly. They will sell the chargers separately, but it's less of them. So, again, they're going to make it, but they will sell less of them because if you count how many millions of people buy iPhones, right? Just say the new iPhone 12, like by the end of the year, maybe 50 million people buy the new iPhone. That is 50 million chargers, 50 million headphones. Whereas when they sell them separately, they might sell 20, they might sell 10. Because quite frankly, Apple chargers are garbage for the most part, and you should get third parties like from Anker, like from iAudi, like from all these other manufacturers that make better Lightning to Type-C chargers regardless. Let's see. I heard $999 for the Note 20. If it is $999, that would be great, because right now we're hearing $200 more. I believe back in the Stone Age when they actually considered customers, when they were going bankrupt, when they had declared bankruptcy, that's when they had cared about customers. I'm broke. I can't pay off for either. I can't pay for either. I will not pay $1,499 for a Note Ultra. Will going back to Apple 12 Pro Max. To be fair, that one's probably going to be at least $1,299. So we'll have to wait and see how much the iPhone is. iPhone sucks in this area, or sorry, T-Mobile sucks in this area. Well, that's going to be good if you have Sprint band connected with it then. Best Buy has S20 for like $300 off right now. That's a good discount. I'll save up for up to $1,299 or $1,399, $1,499. No. Well, that's, you have to draw the line somewhere, and I completely respect that. If I spend $1,500, I might as well jump in and get the Fold 2. Maybe keep my Note 10 as a trade-in and trade in the S10e. We'll see. That's actually a good way to go about it, for sure. I'll be buying the S20 around $550. That's a great price for it, for sure. If you can get an S20 for $550, that's a really good price. No, T-Mobile sold Dish, T-Mobile sold Boost Mobile, so Dish bought it. Dish bought Boost Mobile. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yeah, Dish bought Boost off of T-Mobile, correct. It's a bad year. I can't really justify prices for the Note 20 coming from the Note 10 Plus. I already paid off the 5G, and 120Hz is not enough to upgrade. Yeah, I understand. I will say I do love the response of the 120Hz. I've really gotten used to it now. But yeah, again, it's something that, like, will these features really make it worth it? As Universe said, Note 20 Ultra for $12.99. Hopefully that's true. Again, this is from a retailer in Greece that said these leaked these prices, and again, they also showed the actual prices they were last time for the Note 10 as well as for the S20 in relation to them. So again, hopefully, I'm hopefully they change their mind. I mean, I still think the price isn't set, to be quite honest. I believe this is the prices they're considering, but hopefully they do change it to lower. I think $100 more. So that would make it $1,099 for the Note 20, and $1,299 for the Note 20 Ultra would be justifiable, I would say. I'm not saying I like it, but I could see that year over year with 5G added. Sure, $100 more I'm okay with. $200 to $300 more I'm not okay with. Apple no charger, buy one on the market in 2 years. Samsung no charger, buy one in the market. Hopefully not, but it's definitely possible. After LA, Georgia, please. Atlanta is one of the ones that is after Los Angeles. Not all of Georgia though. Do you think Samsung should charge for the top of the line Note 20? What do you think? Again, I think it would be great if Samsung, because of everything going on, $1,199 for the Ultra would be awesome. $1,000 for the Note 20 would be awesome. Do I think they're going to do that because of their S20 pricing? No. But again, $100 more. I see it's justifiable. So I think the ideal pricing for the Notes would be $1,099 for the Note 20 and $1,299 for the Note 20 Ultra. That is a $100 increase from the Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a year. I think Apple is forcing wireless charging. I think they are, but we'll have to wait and see. I think it's, again, more of a pricing thing. I think how Apple will spin it is many different possibilities. And will we truly get an AirPower solution from Apple? Because if we don't, then it doesn't make sense for them to push wireless charging because they're not selling it. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes for sure. Unless there's a big battery upgrade, a good camera upgrade, and a heck of a trade-in, $1,400 is a bit too high. I'll keep my Note 10. I think there might be other people that think that same way. It's not that the Note 10 is a bad phone. It's gotten good updates too. So that's the thing about, as you update your phone more, it makes it more like, well, why should I upgrade? Does Samsung 5G phones cover all bands? Low band, mid band, millimeter? It depends on which version you got. So again, as of last year, the S10 only had the millimeter 5G. The Note 10 only had the low band 5G, at least when it came to T-Mobile. I don't know every carrier on which bands they are going to have built into it. Unlocked one had all 3 bands. Now the S20 had both the low band, mid band, and so the S20 and moving forward are going to have all 3 bands for pretty much all carriers, because as of right now, T-Mobile, so there's 3 carriers right now. So there's T-Mobile, which has high band, low band, and mid band. The high band is very minimal though. So it's really low band and mid band that is really the main one T-Mobile is focusing on right now. Millimeter band doesn't matter. Anyway, Verizon only has millimeter band, so they only have millimeter band. So they have the one that doesn't matter. It's in a block radius in New York, and it's in a block radius in LA. It's in a block radius in Chicago, and that's about it. Millimeter band is worthless. It doesn't go through anything, and it doesn't matter. So then we have AT&T, which is kind of in the middle. So first of all, AT&T lied to their customers and said 5GE was something important, which it wasn't. 5GE was basically just 4G. So then they did millimeter wave, just like Verizon, but they are already jumping on low band. They have low band in several cities now and are continuing to expand that this year. Neither AT&T or Verizon has mid-band active and will not have it active this year. Verizon has purchased mid-band, so they will probably start having it next year. But again, that sweet spot is low band and mid-band. Millimeter band does not matter, but that hopefully answers your question in terms of which ones matter and which carrier comes with which one. As of this year, all 5G smartphones should have all 3. Predictions for the Galaxy S21. I do not know, to be quite honest. I know they are going to really work on their camera, because that's the big thing that everyone's talking about, is their camera is supposed to really be worked on for sure. So that is the one thing I'm very excited about for it. Other than that though, it's too early. I mean, Samsung doesn't even know what they're doing yet. Samsung won't start making the prototypes till about October for that phone. So they'll have ideas, they'll have all that kind of stuff, but they're not going to start making the prototypes till about October. Then they make about 3 different versions in November. Then they decide on the final one in December, and then they get the ball rolling in production in January to lead into February, and then it's ready. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Okay. YouTube TV rant incoming. I don't think I went into a full rant as much as I would want to, but definitely am not happy with YouTube TV for sure. Hey, buddy, how are you? I'm doing good. Have noticed a difference in the Sprint and T-Mobile merger. I've just noticed Sprint now displays T-Mobile as the official merger, headed supposedly surpass all other services. By the way, long time no watch. Love question answering. Thank you, absolutely, Jay. So yeah, again, T-Mobile, that merger is starting. We went over that article earlier if you did miss it. But yeah, so the merger is taking off, and it's just a matter of which city. As I said, I think it was Philadelphia, Houston, LA, and Chicago are doing it right now. New York has already been done. And then in the next few weeks, you're going to see, I forgot, Atlanta. We went through them all earlier. But yeah, so the merger is happening with their 5G bands and then their regular band as well. The 5G is going to be a quicker transition than their entire network will be. So yes, you will eventually see the entire spectrum merge, which means a lot, because I know like T-Mobile sucks in certain areas and Sprint sucks in certain areas. So that is all going to basically be where T-Mobile did suck, Sprint service will then help it, and where Sprint sucked, T-Mobile will then help it. So that is happening, but it's going to start with 5G and then it's going to go into that. I just have Netflix and Hulu, cost me $16 a month for both. Hey, that's not a bad way to go for sure. Damn, bro, I'm impressed how much you know about tech in general. Thanks, Flash. I try to always know I try to always study as much as I can. Like that is one thing. Like when I get, people, you can insult me a lot, but when you say I don't know or really research a lot of things, that is one thing that's a lie, because I really try to research as much as I can before talking about a topic. I bet money when Samsung stops including a charger, Ricky won't complain and he'll just tout the benefits of wireless charging. First of all, I touted the benefits of wireless charging since the Galaxy S5. I only really use wireless charging, as my phone is right here. Actually, it is unplugged because I had to charge my mic, which it wasn't charged, but I always have my phone on a wireless charger every day, all day. So I've always touted the features of wireless charging. I do love fast charging though, and without a doubt. I have literally a 60-watt Samsung fast charge USB cable that charges everything. It charges my laptops, it charges my tablet. So I'm all about faster charging in general. But yeah, so as to say that, to be fair, I am one of the people, but again, I'm not stupid enough to think that this is what everyone does, right? How many phones do I get every year? A lot. So do I ever take the power cable out of the phone? No. Headphones and chargers are always in the box for me. That way, if someone needs some headphones, I'm like, oh, here, let me get one of the, tens of thousands of headphones that I have. I gave away so many Type-C headphones to friends and family when I moved because I just had so many headphones in so many boxes. I'm unique, and I'm not the average consumer. So when it comes, and I'm not the average consumer on YouTube. No, but I'm not the average consumer. So most people should get a fast charger for their phone, especially because you have people that just spoke earlier that they were on iPhone and they went to Samsung. Absolutely, they should have a fast charger come in the box, right? Because you didn't have an iPhone charger before, you had a Samsung charger, and vice versa. So it is something that definitely needs to happen. But I'm a big fan of wireless charging, always have been. Should you get a charger in the box? Yes. Again, what I mentioned earlier with Apple was it only is benefiting them. If Samsung does the same thing, it is only benefiting them. What really would suck if Samsung would do it is they were already giving you 25 watt, 30 watt chargers in the box. So they were already giving you actual fast chargers, as opposed to Apple, which was still only giving you 5 watt chargers, which are worthless. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. It would be worst if Samsung would do it. Um, Thanks for watching and tuning in. Absolutely. Also, in your opinion, will the Note 10 be a lesser phone versus the Note 20 Plus? Well, yeah. I mean, I fully expect the Note 20 Plus should be better than the Note 10 in every way. Will it be enough to upgrade is an entirely different scenario. You know, you're going to get the 120 hertz display. You're going to get more zoom. You're going to get, should be definitely better video quality. But again, the Note is not a bad phone. The whole point of a Note is you can easily get 2 years out of it because it's always such a good quality phone. So, will the Note 20 Plus, or will the Note 10 be a lesser phone than the Note 20? It should be, yes. But will it be? We'll have to wait and see. Sounds like a fire starter for the 6,800 milliamp battery. Apparently, Samsung said Samsung canceled the M41 and will launch the M51 with the battery instead. Got it. Okay. Hey Ricky, can you damage the battery on the Galaxy Active Watch by charging too much, even though it's wireless? Yes. Although wireless doesn't degrade it when it comes to heat and overcharging sooner, wireless charging still cannot prevent entirely overcharging, especially when it comes to a watch battery that's a much smaller battery. So yeah, I don't recommend it, even though I've done it myself. If you want a longer battery life in the long run, you do want to take your watch off the charger, because trickle charging will still occur. And the problem with that is because it's a smaller battery, it will die quicker and your battery life will be less after a year's time with wireless charging. Even with wireless charging, you're still going to have a battery degradation if you're charging it overnight more often than not. Graphene battery also allows for much quicker charging. Yes, it does. I have Netflix and Hulu as well. Absolutely cheap and my money worth. But I'm also an Amazon Prime member, so I get free TV there. We'll never get with cable. Got it. What TV shows do you get with Prime? Do you get TV with Prime? Huh. Let me know in the comment section. I will take a 30,000 milliamp battery if it's with an 8-inch display. I guess that is a really big battery. Do you know how big 30,000 milliamp is? Let's just hope it doesn't end up with a Note 7000, referring to the Note 7. Yeah, I don't think Samsung could take another issue like that for sure. Thoughts on the A71 5G for $429? Where are you getting the 5G version for $429? That is a good price. That is a good price for that phone. I can't justify the S20 or Note. What are your thoughts on the... also another one. So again, when I saw it on T-Mobile, I swear it was something like $700 or something like that. Let me see. If I just buy it outright from Samsung.com. It's $599. Not bad. Not bad for $599. Although, again, my thought process would be for that price, right? Again, just always thinking about everything. How much is the S10? Because I would get an S10 over that one. So let's see. What? So So Samsung just redesigned their website, and they don't have a section for mobile. It's TV and audio, home appliances, smart home computing, and offerings. Samsung Fire, whoever did your website. Okay, I'm just gonna just do it this way. Let's see, how much is the S? So the A series, the A71 was $599, right? So let's see, how much is the S10 or S10 Plus? S20. Okay, so the S10 is $749. It has a bigger trade-in value than the A71. So I guess depending if you have a trade-in, the S10 might be a better deal. The S10e is actually the same price. So I would actually prefer the S10e over the 71. The S10e has a smaller screen, so that you have to kind of decide on if this bigger screen is better. But I would definitely decide on the S10e over that, and definitely the S10 if you can get it at the same price with the trade-in. Because with the trade-ins they have for the S10, you can actually get the S10 cheaper with the trade-in than you can for the A71. Again, on Samsung's own website. So yeah. Not a 5G phone, but I mean, I would say it's still a better phone overall. I'm content with the thickness of the S20. Wouldn't mind a millimeter or two more for a bigger, better battery life. Hasn't had an issue though. Amazing so far. Definitely, I agree as well. I think pay like $7.99 a month, maybe $14 a month, and all the packages like overnight free channels. All the packages. Wait, for what pack? What are you talking about? I'm not sure. Oh, health is number one. Drink more water. I have been for sure. How will the iPhone 12 Pro Max compare to the... I mean, that's kind of hard to say. It's not. I don't have either one yet. I don't have either one yet. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how both announcements go, and we'll see. Some people keep saying that the iPhone 12 is supposed to have a big improvement on camera. I'm very curious to see that, because that will be very interesting. If they do, they might get ahead of Android in cameras again. Remember, for about 2 years, Apple was ahead in Android for cameras, and then Android surpassed it. Both Samsung and Google had a better camera for about 3 years in the iPhone. So, and then Apple came back with the iPhone, was it the 10s, I think, had the big camera upgrade, and then the 11 continued it. So very curious to see how it'll go for sure. The problem with YouTube TV is that there aren't enough classic TV channels. They could do better with less if they let customers choose what they want and trade for a lower cost. I definitely agree with that. I meant self-driving? Not sure. I lost in the shuffle with all the questions. Minus that one firework that went off in the background, they haven't gotten less obnoxious. No, unfortunately. I mean, yesterday was crazy, obviously. My son couldn't sleep till like, it was past 11 when he got to finally sleep. But he was up. He was not, he was for sure not sleeping at that time. So yeah, the fireworks were a lot, and then my dog was going crazy. So yeah, I am not happy with fireworks, keeping in mind that in my neighborhood, I have not had one day without fireworks from Memorial Day to today. I've not had one day without fireworks randomly going off. So it's been over a month, and it's horrible. Like, it sucks. Do you use RCS via Android chat? Yeah, I do. Willy Wonka, you got it. That is, you lose, you get nothing. Good day, sir. Correct. You got it. I have to admit that I haven't had any use for earbuds or headphones, including in the box of the manufacturer, for 10 plus years. Yeah, some people just don't use it. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Okay, 1. Will charging adapter only be admitted for non-pro models? That is unclear. From what we've heard, we're just not getting them. So, yeah, we'll see. They weren't supposed to include the faster 20-watt charger in the box this year for all 12 models. That was a rumor, and then the rumor became they're not going to give you any charger. So, I mean, maybe with the 5G Pros, you'll get a charger. Maybe with the regular ones you won't, but we'll have to wait and see. Man, I'm still rocking the Note 9. I still love it. Battery life is still A1. It had for 2 years now. And there you go, the quality of the Note series. Regular Note 20 should be $799. Note 20 Plus should be... Regular Note 20, $799? I don't think that's going to ever happen. I mean, the Note 10 was $999 when it came out. So I don't see that going that low for sure. The Ultra being $1199, I would think that would be great pricing. I would be very happy with that pricing, but I don't know if we'll get that pricing. I'd be very happy with it. I'd be ecstatic. Save a lot of money. Note 20 Ultra is going to be money, at least $1,600 for the Ultra. If that's true, I'm very disappointed. Hope to God they fix the camera issue. I've never completely been pleased with the S20 camera. Note 10 camera was the best camera produced by Samsung in my opinion. I would definitely say the S20 Plus camera is much better than the S20 Ultra. So I've been much happier with this one. Still not at my Pixel level. I think the Pixel still is the best overall camera. Anytime I need a shot taken, I will always go with the Pixel over. And I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I have the S20 Plus, and I have the Pixel 4. I would always choose the Pixel 4 when I need a thumbnail. Every time. Note 10 pricing last year was $1099 and $1199. Both came with 256 gig base storage. Is that true? Man, all these phones get lost. I'm telling you. After I spend enough time away from them. Why did they ditch the 1 terabyte internal storage on the S10 Plus? I can't wait for the Note 20 Ultra. Yeah, I don't think you need more than 512. That's my opinion. If you need that much, I mean, man, what are you using? Is it just your portable SSD drive? Regular S20 doesn't have a millimeter wave band. I have the S20. Regular S20. You're right. I forgot about that. They took away on the lower tier band, for some reason. I don't know why. But you're right. The regular S20 does not have the millimeter band. What are your thoughts on PlayStation and Xbox coming out? Oh, I've said my thoughts plenty of times. So we'll just kind of give a brief recap. My thoughts are the PlayStation 5 is completely going to be the one to get. It's the only one I'm considering it. I never considered the Xbox. And after seeing how many more games PlayStation's going to have that I'm excited for, me and my family saw all the games, and my daughter was like, I'm gonna get that one. My wife is like, oh my god, that one. I was like, oh, these couple, it's done deal for me. The reason I've always said this, the reason why I've never considered an Xbox is because I do not see the need for it since I have a gaming PC and Xbox has no exclusives. The new Xbox will also not have any exclusives. They've already said that any game they're going to have for the new Xbox Series X is going to be also on Xbox One X and Xbox One S. So, in my opinion, you're better off buying an Xbox One S right now and a PlayStation 5, and then you play all the games. Now, there's rumors going around about the new Xbox Series S coming out, which, by the way, I just hate Xbox names. Like, hate Xbox One S. Now the Xbox One Series S is the rumored of the new one. But that one is supposedly going to be extremely inexpensive. Now, if that's true, that will seriously have to have some consideration for it. But until they announce that pricing, we'll have to wait and see. Do you think they could start releasing a new Marvel movies in drive-in theaters? No. Marvel movies are not... Any blockbuster movie is not coming out till all theaters are open, because they would lose millions of dollars. You cannot make that much money on demand or anything else. Trolls made nowhere near the blockbuster money. Yeah, making 100,000 or making 100 million is cute. Making 150, great. It is nowhere near making 500 million, 600 million, $1 billion. It's just nowhere near it. And that was with everything shut down, mind you. That was with everything shut down, like perfect circumstances, and they still couldn't make what they needed to. They still lost money. Do you, last question, does the Note 20 Ultra have liquid vapor chamber? I know they had yes, they've had a vapor chamber for a little while now, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Note 9 was the first one that had it on Samsung. But yeah, I haven't kept track of that. But yeah, I feel like all the Notes have had vapor chambers since the Note 9. They called it liquid cooling when it first came out, and then they started changing it to vapor chamber more accurately. Do you tag someone on mobile? I'm not that smart. Wait, what? Do you tag someone on mobile? I don't know what you mean by tagging someone on mobile. Netflix is lacking. Yeah, for me, Netflix isn't it, but we'll see. Lots of PC Master Race and Xbox versus PlayStation going on in the chat. I heard the Tablet 7 is going to, or the Tab S7 is going to have 50-watt charge and a bigger battery. Yeah, so the battery is supposed to be bigger, and the main thing is it's going to be is on the Pro version of the 7, because that's going to be a 12-inch, so it's going to be a much bigger battery. And yeah, it's still going to come with a 15-watt charge apparently, which is garbage, and yeah, it should be much faster. It's the equivalent of, I think, what the S9 was in terms of charging. So yeah, they should put a faster charger in there for sure, but it's too late. They can't change that. So absolutely, Samsung should have put a faster charger in there. Yeah, that's it. Well, I hope the S7 comes with a light like the Tab 4. I at least hope that, again, not to justify it, but I at least hope the Tab S7 can take a faster charger. It's one thing to come with a 15-watt charger. It's another thing if it can't actually take a faster charger. I will say my Tab S6 charges, I'm okay with it. But yeah, if it's another third of the battery more, then yeah, it's going to probably take forever. I'd rather have no charger in the box than a 5-watt charger. I understand. I actually agree with that. Note 20 will not have 120 hertz with full QHD. There's been so many contradicting parts about that. Honestly, I've said it before. I don't care. My phone stays at 1080p with 120 hertz. I've never had an issue with it, but I know some people want both. I'd be more curious to see what battery drainage that would do. What is better than a bad 5-watt charger? 50% day questions, of course. Yes. I will go over that, of course. If you are unfamiliar with it, we have a awesome game called 51st Date Questions that I always let you guys know about. It is a game that I created, and lots of fun. It's great to have on a first date or with any significant other that you've been with for a long time. Find out things about them that you probably don't know or forgot to ask. And really fun, great icebreaker as well. 51st Dates Questions. It's on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Great game that I recommend just for fun. It's free, so yeah. Would love if you guys can download it and let me know what you think. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. The Note battery will only have 4,500 milliamps. Yes, I know. I'm not happy about it. I've said my piece on that for like a month, I think. I was talking about that every week, so I stopped talking about it. Okay, good question. Why can't we send video at any duration to high quality through text message like the iPhone? I've been waiting for Samsung to make that jump for a while. I know there are third party. Watch any of my videos on how to send a 4K text message. We've done it. Samsung's had the solution for that since, oh man, when did they have link sharing? That started, I forget how long ago. Link sharing has been around for a long time though. I mean, it's up to a 2 gig file, so it's not every file size, but it's a hell of a lot better than an iPhone can do. So yeah, if you use link sharing, it's going to be a high quality video. You can text message it to an iPhone user. You can text message it to anyone. But that's only from a Samsung phone. An iPhone video will still look crappy if it sends it to an Android. But Samsung can send a high quality video to anyone. Check out our video on the channel, how to text message a 4K video. I've done it on almost every Samsung device. I think that's come out. I use RCS and been using it for a while. Works great with multimedia pics and videos, full res. Yeah, absolutely. The RCS is another solution that is coming across Android. But again, that's Android to Android. So across Android to Android, you can use RCS and the video quality is much better. It is slightly compressed still, but it'll look as good as like an iPhone text messaging to another iPhone. Quest, what I found today was I'm not sure who was that towards. I wish it would just integrated from the go without third-party apps. Yeah, again, Samsung's had that built in for a while now. Yes, if you get Amazon Prime Movies, Amazon Prime member. Oh, Prime Movies. Yeah, but that's not TV, right? You don't get TV channels with it. 150,000 TV, man, never will be afford it. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like the wall and stuff? Yeah. I've seen the wall in person. It's huge. Is Sling TV 4K or at least good quality? It's amazing quality. It's better than a cable box for sure. I came from a cable box, and I'll tell you, the TV quality on Sling TV is better than a cable box for sure. My ex had it, and it was very disappointed with the quality. Maybe it just had bad internet speed. I haven't had any issue with the quality at all since I've gotten it. Again, I got it this year, so I'm not saying that it was good 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Just doesn't work with iPhone. Yeah, only Android to Android. Yeah, and iPhone will not have RCS because they have no reason to. They want you to get an iPhone, and they're jerks. Why don't Apple do what Samsung did with the USB thing and use it to put in the box and ask when ordering it online? Yeah, that is true. Samsung did. For those who don't know, with the S20s, Samsung asked you if you did want that little USB adapter. If you didn't, because you already had them from the, every year Samsung's been giving that little USB adapter. So if you didn't need it, they just didn't ship it to you if you ordered it from Samsung's website. So I thought that was a really cool thing, and Samsung did do that, yes. Do you think that the Note 10 Plus is still the best looking smartphone? I'm about looks. I really like the way the Note 20 looks. It has a huge camera hump, and I'm not happy about that part, but I like the way it looks. But I do like the flatter looks of the Note 10, so kind of in between on there. I just want a green phone. That's all I want. S10 Plus is still the most expensive at $1,600. Oh, was that with like the ridiculous storage? Can you suggest a pro setting for nighttime photos on the Note 10 Plus, or a manual setting of any best for night shots? Well, the Note 10 Plus has a night mode, night photo, or whatever they call it. What does Samsung call theirs? It's just called night. So they have that feature. However, what you can do is you can also get the Google camera, Gcam, and that gives you a better low light. It basically uses Samsung's camera with Google software, and it gives you the best overall low light you can get on a phone. It's always a joy to hear you talking about playing video games with the family. Yeah, I'm lucky in that aspect. Pretty much my family likes to play video games, so I'm happy about that. Is PlayStation Network still free, or you have to pay for it now? $50 for 12 months for sub. I think someone else pointed out. Yeah. Let's see. Cool game, but I would feel awkward asking for a date question on an app. It's honestly a fun icebreaker, and that's how you can see if the conversation isn't doing it. And again, you could say it's maybe a little awkward, but to be fair, I did it with actual playing cards. Like I brought actual playing cards, and talked to her, and it was like, I was like, hey, you want to do something different? And first they looked at me like, well, where's this going, guy? And I would be like, hey, I made this game, and it's like, and so like, then I would pass the deck to them. They would take a card, and then they would ask me a question, and then I would ask them a question. It's honestly really fun. I don't say, I really, and I used with my wife that game. So it's like, it's definitely a fun game for sure. I don't say that just because I made it. But it was really fun. Like if I would horribly, something would go wrong and I would have to date again, that I would still use that, to be honest. Link sharing started with the S8 in 2017. There you go. Is there a 512 version of the S20 Plus Snapdragon? I don't know if it goes up to 512 or if it goes up to yes, they do have a 512 version of the Plus, and the regular S20 they do have a 512 version. Yes. Does the S20 Plus have dual aperture? No, it has dual pixel autofocus, but it does not have dual aperture. That one was last on the Note 10. So it has the better autofocus compared to the Ultra on the S20, but the dual aperture was only with the Note 10. It's because of the megapixel going so much higher. Yeah, just no is the easy answer. Green Note makes Ricky happy. It does. It does really make me happy. What new features will be done with the S Pen? You know, I do not know that. We've kept hearing that there will be new features, but we don't know what exactly. So, very curious to find out. Night is very good on the S10. I tried to get fireworks, full moon pics at night. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do night shot on that. You could do manual, but you can honestly get some pretty good shots. I did it both with my, I think I had an S10 Plus at the time, and a no, I think that was even before. I think that was a Note 9 and a Pixel 3 at the time or something. I don't know what phones I had. But I remember when I went to Disney World and there were fireworks, I got some pretty good shots. But that's when I knew they were constantly coming in the same position. So that does help. But basically all I had to do was kind of like with fireworks on auto, I could, as soon as I see them, tap the firework and take it. So tap it for a second so it autofocuses on and does the EV and aperture where it needs to be, and then take it. However, that did have the variable aperture too, so it was going to be better. But yeah, so that's what I would recommend. No Green Note this year. Yeah, I don't think it's still going to come to the US. Is one-handed plus Samsung app or built-in feature? It's an app. Where can you download it? Or is it only available in the US? It might only be available in the US, but you should still be able to get it from websites like apkmirror.com. But yeah, so one-handed plus is, so first you have to get Good Lock, which is from the Samsung store. So you should have something called the Galaxy Store available, and that has Good Lock and the one-handed one. If you do not have that store in your country, then you might have to do something different along those lines, but that's what you would want to do. What features would you like to see on One UI 3.0? I mean, I want to see some of these new Android 11 features, I guess, like the sleeker looking tiles and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see. I'll make it more like Nova Launcher, so I don't just switch to Nova Launcher automatically, because that's what I always do. Do you prefer AKG or another audio company when it comes to what? I mean, my headphones are mostly Jabra. You know, I'm a big fan of the Jabra 70Ts. In my opinion, still the best true wireless headphones out there. My over-ear headphones, I do have a couple different ones. But yeah, it depends. I'm not the biggest fan of Samsung audio. I don't use them as my primary headphones. I've never bought them. AKG, I buy the other brands that Samsung owns, JBL, and Harman Kardon speakers. I have those, and Samsung owns both of those with AKG. But yeah, I've never been too kind of prevalent on AKG itself. Is there an advantage to having dual aperture? Yes. With the megapixels at 12 megapixels, it was a really good way to get low light. Because of how high the megapixels are now, you shouldn't necessarily need it. Because the pixel sensor is so much bigger, but again, yeah, it's a long, in-depth thing. Can you manually select which aperture you want it to be used on the Note 10 Plus? Yes, on the Pro mode you can. Yes, I do have a streaming alert, and we have gone over time for sure, guys. So we will call that a show. Thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in. I did love catching up with all of you guys. And yeah, hopefully I'll have more energy this week, and I should be good to go to get some more videos out there. Alright guys, thank you again always so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to give that like, thumbs up before you head out. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.